So today I want to talk to you quickly about step number 2 in listing mastery, the 4 steps to listing success. Step number 2 is the pre-qualification / pre-listing phase, meaning we've already generated a lead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to invest some time to make sure this lead is a good quality lead. It's also a lead that is worth investing time in. And we do that through a process of asking great questions, which we call the pre-qualification process. So some of those questions are like, hey, what's causing you to move? What's most important to you about that? What will that ultimately do for you? If there's family involved, what will that do for your family? What's the plan B in the case that for whatever reason the house doesn't sell? So there's a series of questions so we can really understand deep what their motivation is, why they're doing what they're doing, and if it is somebody that's serious and somebody that is a good use of our time. The other thing you're going to do through asking those questions, you'll build rapport with the client and again, figure out exactly how we can help them. It's a process that I really encourage everybody to go through before meeting with anybody. It does 2 things. Number 1 is it shows you're an absolute professional and you're concerned about the process. And number 2, it shows that you want to understand their situation and you want to help them achieve the ultimate goal. Then the next half of the pre-qualification / pre-listing step number 2 is going to be the pre-listing phase. So after the conversation, what am I sending to the person? What kind of information can I get to them that's ultimately going to give them the tools they need to make the right decision, as well as answer some of the questions they may have before they meet with us. So if you have the right pre-listing presentation setup, what it will ultimately do is it'll give them a list of all the things they should be looking for in the realtor. It should also give them some questions they can ask. It will also tell them about what we do for marketing, some of the things that we're doing to expose the home the right way, some of the challenges maybe that are happening in the industry, a homework assignment, other questions to ask agents if they're interviewing multiple agents. I mean, it's really structured again so that it will answer all the questions or a lot of the questions they have before they're even meeting with us, which ultimately makes our meeting more effective and more efficient, because a lot of times now we're not going to be digging deep into a lot of those questions that they could have got on their own by reading through the packet. So how does the packet show up? Well, there's multiple ways. You can send it in the mail, the old school way we used to do, send it in the mail as a hard copy, glossy packet. Ours, I think, was 27 pages at one point. Or you can do electronic. Some people, if depending on the time of the appointment, just get it out to them electronically, send it to them in an email, ask them if they will commit to taking a look at it before our meeting. And I know some high-end agents, some of the real high luxury agents are actually sending people ahead of time an actual tablet, like literally an iPad with the presentation on the iPad and saying, hey, here, watch this. And oh, by the way, you get to keep the iPad. I mean, how cool is that for a pre-listing presentation? So again, this is step number 2 of 4, and this is part of the listing mastery course. I'm excited to be teaching the course, and I'd love you to sign up. The way to do that is just go to listings.davidihill.com. Again, listings.davidihill.com. We're going to spend 4 hours and we're going to go through each step. So the 4 steps, number 1 is lead generation. Number 2 is the pre-qualification / pre-listing phase. Number 3 is the actual listing appointment or consultation or presentation or whatever you want to call it. I call it showtime, showing up and being on point. And then the 4th step is the closing, not 5, but 4. The 4th step is the actual process of closing, because everything you've done so far has just impressed them and wowed them so much that the only next logical step for them would be to say, yes, I am ready to put you to work. So when you ask that magic question, are you ready to put me to work? The only next logical answer should be yes. And that's what this course is going to teach you to do. And we're going to go through all 4 of these steps. And I hope you get registered because I really look forward to working with you and helping you up level your listing game. And it's the next level towards mastery.